guys, welcome to today's video. In this video we're going to talk about integration by partial fraction. So there's a formula we can normally that describes how you integrate using partial fraction. So given this, we have the integral of f of x all into x minus a and x plus b. So we integrate, then this is the x. So this is a partial fraction style. So what we'll do, we're going to say the integral of a all into x plus a. Sorry, there's a plus here. X plus a dx, and we say plus the integral of b all into x plus b dx. So these are separated. So I'm going to take an example right now. Examples. Now we're asked to integrate 5x minus 3 all into x squared minus 2x minus 3 dx. So now we're going to integrate using partial fraction. So what we'll do is we're going to have 5x minus 3 all into x squared minus 2x minus 3. So the first thing we do, we need to factorize this. We need to factorize it. And when we factorize the denominator, we are going to have a all into x plus 1 plus b into x minus 3. Now this simply means that when you factorize this, we are going to have this, and when you expand this, you are still going to have this. So what we do at this case here, we are going to divide, we multiply through rather by the common denominator. So multiplying through with the common denominator, we are going to have something like this. You can also rewrite this to be 5x minus 3 all into x plus 1 x minus 3 into a all into x plus 1 plus b all into x minus 3. So we can also rewrite this like this. So now we should multiply through by the common denominator. So when we multiply through, this is going to cancel out because the denominator, they are all the same. So this is going to cancel out. So I'm just going to have, so in this case, we're just going to have here, we have 5x minus 3, which is equal to a. When we when we multiply through by the denominator, this is going to cancel this. So we're just going to have this left. So we're going to be minus 3 plus b. This is going to cancel this, so we're just going to have x plus 1 left. So we're going to have x plus 1. Alright, so we expand. We have, okay, so we have 5x minus 3 all into a multiply x, ax. A multiply minus 3, we're going to have minus 3a plus b multiply x, bx. B multiply plus 1, we're going to have just b. So we're going to have 5x minus 3, which is equal to, collecting like terms, we have ax plus bx minus 3a plus b. So something is common between these two, which is x. So we're going to have a plus b all x plus on into minus 3a plus b. So the same thing, put it into a bracket form. So what do we do at this rate? We are going to equate The one that has, we're going to equate the that's the one that have x to be equal to the value of x, and the numbers is going to be equal to the numbers. That this what it simply means by that. A plus bx, if you look at it, it has 5x. So what we do is that the x is going to cancel out. So we're going to have something like this: a plus b all equal to 5. Then we have minus 3a plus b is equal to what? Minus 3. So this is how it's going to be. So we're going to solve simultaneously like this. So using the first one, we're going to solve simultaneously. So when we do this, we are going to use the elimination method. So we are going to subtract this. Let's name this equation 1 and let's name this equation 2. So when we subtract equation 1 from equation 2, a minus 3a, we are going to have, is going to give us 4a. b minus plus b is going to give us 0, so it's not supposed to write. Then 5 minus 2 is going to give us 8. So now divide both sides by 4. We're going to have 8 into 4. So this is going to give us 2. So therefore our a here is 2. So for we to get the b, we're going to put 2 into equation 1 wherever we see a. So this is going to become a. So they're going to become a plus b is equals to 5, and our a is already giving us 2. So we have 2 plus b is equal to 5. So b is equals to 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. So now we've gotten what a is and what b is. So we're going to put it into our equation. So we're going to get the integral of 5x minus 3 dx all into x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to, now the integral of a is giving us 2 all into x plus 1 dx plus the integral of 3 dx all into x minus 3. So this is it. Okay, so now we're going to have here, this is going to become 2 integral of 1 . So this will become 2 all into 1 into x plus 1 dx plus 3 to the integral of 1 into x minus 3 dx. And remembering our rule, okay, remembering our rule, this is going to give us 2 in of x plus 1 plus 3 in of x minus 3 dx, sorry, plus c. So this is our answer when we differentiate this function, using using the integration by partial fraction. So we're going to take another example. We're given this function, so we're going to use the same method, integration by partial fraction. But we should note that the denominator, which is giving us 2x squared, minus 3x minus 2 can be written as x minus 2 all into 2x plus 1. So when we put it into this equation now, so we're going to have something like this: 7x minus 4 all into 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 is going to give us a will now be equal to, knowing that this can also be factorized into this, so it's going to give us a into x minus 2 plus b all into 2x plus 1. Alright, now we're going to multiply through by the common denominator. So when we multiply through by the common denominator, we are going to obtain this. We are going to have 7x minus 4. So we can just put it as this, multiplying through by the common, multiplying through by the common denominator. So when we multiply through by the common denominator, we're going to obtain this 7x minus 4 is equals to a all into 2x plus 1 plus b all into x minus 2. Alright, so this is what we're going to obtain from it. So now at this stage, what we do, we're going to equate. For us to get a, we're going to equate x minus 2 equal to 0. So we're equating this, so we're going to have with x minus 2 is equal to 0, so we're going to have x is equal to 2. That is to say, when this crosses here, it's going to become plus, which is 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. So when x is 2, we're going to put when x is 2 into this equation here, and we're still going to do this also 2x plus 1, which is going to give us equate it to 0, so we're going to have 2s is equals to minus 1, and x is going to give us minus 1 all into 2. So we're going to put when x is equals to 2 into this equation, and when x is equals to minus 1 over 2 into that same equation. So therefore we're going to have, now putting x equals to 2 in this, we're going to have when x is equals to 2, so we're going to have 7 all into 2 minus 4 is equal to a all into 2 into 2 plus 1 plus b all into 2 minus 2. So this is going to give us 7 times 2, 14. 14 minus 4 is going to give us 10. 2 times 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 multiply a, we're going to have 5a. Then we are going to have 2 minus 2 is 0, and anything multiply 0 equates to 0, so plus 0. So therefore, 5a plus 0 is going to give us 5a, so we're going to have 10 equal to 5a. Alright, so a therefore is equal to 10 all into 5, which is going to give us 2. So now, with when x is equals to negative 1 over 2, we're going to have 7 all into negative 1 over 2 minus 4 equal to a all into 2 negative 1 over 2 plus 1 plus b all into negative 1 over 2 minus 2. Alright, so there in this part we're going to still have when we expand this, we're going to have negative 7, we're going to have 3 here. When we expand this, we're going to have negative 7 into 1 over 2 is equal to, when we expand this, is going to give us all 0, plus when we expand this, we're going to have negative 2 into 1 over 2b. Alright, so this can be written as negative 7 1 over 2 is equal to negative 2 1 over 2b. So therefore, dividing both sides, we're going to have b is equal to 3. So now we're plotting what a is and what b is. Now we're writing the integral and partial fraction. So we're writing the integral in partial fraction. So we're going to have now the integral of 7x minus 4 all into 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 dx is going to give us now the integral. A is giving us 2 all into x minus 2 dx plus the integral of 3 all into 2x plus 1 dx. Now remember, in our basic rules of differentiation, any number all 1 over x is going to give us the in of the denominator. So therefore we can easily write this as 2 in of x minus 2 plus 3 in of 2x plus 1 plus c. Okay, so it is going to become 3 over 2 because there's 2 here. So we're going to have 3 all into 2 in of 2x plus 1 plus c. So these are answered when we using integration by partial fraction. Alright, so now we're going to take another example. Set this in this pattern. So we're going to have here 2x squared minus 10x all into x plus 3 x minus 1 all square. Now this pattern is going to change because denominator, the other part of the denominator is carrying a square sign, so we're going to share it. So we're going to write this as a all into x plus 3 plus b all into, since they're power 2, so we're going to write power 1, then we write power 2, so we're going to have x minus 1 plus c all into x minus 1 all square. So this is how it's going to be. Then note the partial fraction for, note that this is a partial fraction for the repeated linear factor. So therefore, we multiply through with the common denominator. So when we multiply through by the common denominator, we're going to have 2x squared minus 10x, which is equal to a all into x minus 1 all square plus b all into x plus 3 x minus 1 plus c all into x minus x plus 3. When we divide through by the common denominator, which is to say, when we look for the LCM of the denominator, this is what we're going to have. Okay, so now when x is equals to 1, which is to say when we equate this to 0, therefore our x will be equal to 1. So we say with x equal to 1, we're going to have, put wherever we see x, we put 1, so we're going to have here. Okay, so therefore we're going to have 1 times 1 is 1, 1 multiply 2, we're going to have 2 minus 10, which is equal to a all into 1 minus 1 is 0, so 0 squared something as 0, so automatically, okay, 0, right? So plus b, 1 plus 3 is 4, 1 minus 1 is 0, c all into, sorry, plus c, 1 plus 1 is what? 4, so we're going to have 2 minus 10 is minus 8 equals to a multiply 0 is 0 plus 4 times 0 is 0, 0 multiply b is 0 plus c multiply 4 is come 4c. So therefore we're going to have minus 8 is equal to 4c. So therefore c is equals to minus 8 all into 4, which is going to give us negative 2. So we solve for c. So now when x is equal to minus 3, how do we have that? We're going to say when x plus 2 is equals to 0, we're going to have, when we equate equals to 0, we're going to have x is equal to minus 3. So we say with x equal to minus 3, we're going to have, put it into this equation, we're going to have 2 into minus 3 all square minus 10 all into minus 3 equal to a all into minus 3 minus 1 all square plus b all into minus 3 plus 3 all into minus 3 minus 1 plus c all into minus 3 plus 3. Okay, so coming here, we're going to have minus 3 times minus 3 is 9. Okay, 9 multiply 2, we're going to have 18. Minus 10 multiply minus 3 is plus 30. So here we're going to have minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. Minus 4 all square is 16. So 16 multiply a, we're going to have 16a plus minus 3 plus minus 3 is 0. 0 multiply minus 4 here is 0. So everything automatically becomes 0. Here everything here automatically becomes 0 because minus 3 plus 2 is 0. So here becomes 0. So we're going to have 18 plus 30 is 48 is equal to 16a. So therefore our a is equal to 48 all into 16, which is going to give plus 3. Now, no x squared minus 10x equal to a all into x minus 1 all square plus b all into x plus 3 x minus 1 plus c all into x plus 3. Now we're going to equate it now for us to get b. Since b, we are going to equate the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient of x squared here is what? 2. And when we equate the coefficient of x squared, it's going to give us 2, which is 2 is equal to a plus b. So, and a plus b, and now we know that our a is equal to what? 3. So we're going to have 2 is equals to 3 plus b, which is going to give us, we collect like times 2 minus 3 is equal to b. So therefore our b is equal to what? Minus 1. So therefore we know that our a is equal to 3. Now our b is equal to negative 1 and our c is equal to negative 2. So now we can now put it into the integral form. So therefore we're going to have, so now we're going to have the integral of 2x squared minus 10x all into x plus 3 x minus 1 all square dx. It's going to give us the integral of 3 into x plus 3 dx, negative because it's carrying a negative sign, negative the integral of dx all into x minus 1, negative since it's carrying a negative sign, the integral of 2 dx all into x minus 1 all square. So now our answer, we can also write this since 1 over x is going, when we integrate 1 over x is going to give us n of x, so therefore this is going to become the 3 n of x plus 3 minus the n of x minus 1 minus the n of the 2n of x minus 1 or square d plus c. In a case, you can just leave an answer like this, but it's not so, because while looking at this equation, there's a power here, right? So since there is a power here, so we're going to write this as the 3n of x plus 3 subtracting n of x minus 1 is going to give us negative 2. We can't leave this like this. Leaving an answer like this makes it wrong. So we're going to say, 2 integral of x minus 1 on into negative 2. So when we continue integrating, therefore, so we're going to have 3 n of x plus 3 negative n of x minus 1. So when we integrate this, we're going to have 2 all into x minus 1 plus c. So therefore this is our answer. Why this is not going to give us our answer is because this is carrying a square and we can't just leave it like that, so we need to integrate properly. So when we integrate properly, we're going to have this. So therefore this is our answer when using integration by partial fraction. I hope this video is helpful.